Very much, Speaker, and I'm happy to speak to Bill 84, a bill presented by my friend and colleague who has been on this file relentless, unflagging and persistent, perseverant, and he hasn't given up hope that he can persuade this government to do the right thing. It has been difficult, if not challenging, if not downright impossible to persuade this government to do the right thing from the start, which is what we have pressed this government to do 3-4 years ago. And many who are here in the audience watching, observing, listening to this debate said, we have done so many studies, we could have done this right, we can still do it right and do it today. And the only commitment that we have from this government, the only clear commitment is diesel. That is the only clear commitment they have made, and that is that they are clearly committed to diesel. And they should be proud to say it, because that's what they've done. Instead of pretending they're for our electrification, they should be proud to say, we went with diesel and we're proud. Yet, this is the same government that keeps saying, we got rid of coal. Ain't this great? Ain't this grand? And we are the only province that has done that. We have introduced the Green Energy Act. We're the greenest party in Canada, and yet they proudly have introduced diesel instead of electrifying this air rail link. How do you explain it? How do you explain this contradiction? Liberals can. And they will continue to say it over and over again. There will be other speakers soon. But I tell you, I'm going to make some comments at the end, because I think the member from Durham is right on a couple of things. I'll try to get to it if I have time at the end. But I want to, member from Willowdale, it's so good to see you.
Welcome back.
I want to talk a bit about electrification, because the member from Davenport has spoken much about the benefits and the health benefits in particular, but I wanted to talk about electrification as well in terms of what it means, because electrification means lighter trains that can start and stop more quickly and efficiently. You can either add more stations without increasing total travel time, or you can safely add more trains and reduce headway as well as travel time. A Transport Action Ontario report shows that you could double the number of stations along the electrified GO train corridor, serving many more people without increasing trip times. In other words, electrification is essential to bringing fast, frequent, all-day, two-way express rail service to more people living near GO rail corridors. This would increase ridership, fare revenues, and reduce congestion by giving more commuters a reason to choose transit over the car. A Toronto Region Board of Trade report noted that the GTAJ actually has extensive rail infrastructure, but it is underused. A report this week by the Neptus Foundation agrees the Union Pearson Express is a high priority project, but also says Metrolinx must aggressively accelerate plans to electrify the GO train network and upgrade to frequent all-day rail service. In 2008, upgrading the GO rail network in this way was listed as Metrolinx's #1 priority. The Golden Transit Panel's report today said electrification of the GO rail network was an essential evolution, with particular emphasis on the Union Pearson Express, and said the two-way, all-day GO rail service was one of these 3 top transit priorities. And yet, electrification barely gets a mention in Metrolinx's latest 5-year plan, and frequent all-day rail service has been given a 15 to 25-year timeline for implementation. In Brampton, GO train customers can spend 1.5 hours each way sitting on the steps of a crowded GO train, but earlier this year, the folks in Brampton learned that the frequent all-day GO train services would be delayed, perhaps for decades. Municipal leaders outside Toronto have been asking why they should pay more for transit when there has been so little movement in bringing frequent all-day GO services to their areas. We can do more. We should be doing more. And when Metrolinx and the government claims that we will electrify this air rail link, one is left to wonder whether it will happen. And various members speak about the fact that it may happen, and dates are given, but as the member from Durham noted, he's doubtful, and sometimes I am equally doubtful as well. If you're going to do this, do it right and move fast. Don't say you're going to do it some point down the future, because a whole lot of us tend not to believe it. And the whole issue of trust is a big part of what citizens worry about, and not just in terms of this party, but others as well. And so trust is a big factor. And so I say to you, if we're going to do it right. And the member from Davenport has done this relentlessly, and he hasn't given up hope, and I hope he's right.
Thank you.